whoever's watching this video is probably watching it because you're looking for an answer. You have hypothyroid conditions or Hashimoto's disease. You're tired, fatigued, you're gaining weight, losing hair, along with a other host of hypothyroid conditions, and there's got to be some way to reverse this thing naturally. And maybe you're like me, your doctor told you that there was no other route and you're going to have this for the rest of your life. Well, I'm here to tell you guys there is a better way. And I've been through this and I was able to cure and reverse it naturally. And I'm going to go over exactly how, if you have hypothyroid or Hashimoto's, exactly how I did that and how you can do that. My numbers, my thyroglobulin antibodies were actually over 100. My thyroid peroxidase antibodies were over 300. And in just a matter of 6 months, they went down to 4 and 40 from 100 and 300. And just radically change the way I feel, how my thyroid functions. So there's going to be 3 things that you need to look at when we're talking about hypothyroidism. They're the 3 I's, I call them. Inflammation, your immune system, and the last one is looking for any infections in the body. So I'm going to explain to you what those are and how you can actually naturally remove them. The first one is inflammation. And when I say inflammation, I'm talking about inflammation of the gut, also known as leaky gut. And that's one thing I had. So that's the first thing you have to address, because when you have inflammation of the gut, there's certain food sensitivities and even bacteria that things that you eat that get through your gut lining, and your immune system then has a reaction to it. Those things are not supposed to get into your bloodstream, but because you have leaky gut, those junctions in your gut are leaky. Different things like gluten and casein that a lot of people are allergic to now become a problem to the body. And the second thing is the immune system. Hashimoto's is not a disease necessarily of the thyroid. It is actually a disease of the immune system. It's your immune system that is now accidentally attacking the thyroid. The reason it's doing that is because leaky gut and inflammation of the gut. So one of the best things to do is do gluten-free, casein-free, because it's called molecular mimicry, which that means your immune system thinks gluten is your thyroid. You eat gluten, gets it into the bloodstream, the body gets confused, and then attacks your thyroid gland. That's why one of the number one things for hypothyroid is to go gluten-free. The last thing I want to kind of talk about is infections. It's one thing a lot of doctors and people are not checking and can very easily cause Hashimoto's. The number one being the Epstein-Barr virus, also known as mono, can often lay dormant in the body and lay in the thyroid, and that can be its host. That can very well cause Hashimoto's and go undetected on lab work. And for more information on how to do the Epstein-Barr virus protocol and remove that from your body, I have a video on that as well on exactly how to do that. Some other, infections could be a bacterial infection, viral infection, even a fungal infection. Sometimes, see a healthcare professional that does functional blood work, such as myself. They can take a history and a lot of times tell you what you have going on. And they can also dig it even a little bit deeper and do some specific blood work, such as stool analysis, and figure out if you have any of those. And one of the last thing, a little bonus, is the adrenals. We're so stressed out now that if you don't address the adrenals, that can easily cause Hashimoto's or hypothyroidism. So now that we know a little bit where this comes from, now I want to go into detail exactly what I did and how you can start reversing your Hashimoto's disease. So again, the first one is inflammation. You have to reduce inflammation in your gut and heal the gut. The best way to do that is bone broth. You can look it up. It's called the GAPS diet, and I did that. A lot of bone broth to heal those junctions and give your body a break from what it's used to. Then you start adding fermented foods in to repopulate the good bacteria in your gut that's been damaged. As soon as you do that, you now have a stronger barrier in your gut, and allergens such as gluten and all these sensitivities we have will eventually go away, because those molecules are not penetrating your gut anymore, causing this immune reaction. So, and the supplements I advise for the inflammation is L-glutamine and N-acetylcysteine. Those will help, those work as antioxidants to reduce the free radical damage from the inflammation. The second thing is you have to rebalance your immune system. Again, it's just a disease of the immune system, so you really need to remedy the immune system to lower it. So some of the best ways to do that, supplementation-wise, is actually selenium. So with thyroid peroxidase AB, your immune system attacks those lobules in your thyroid. So selenium, just by itself, one of the best supplements to take, that can protect oxidation to the thyroid. When you get oxidation and these chemical reactions in the thyroid, it damages the thyroid, then your immune system comes in there to try to fix the damage. So with the immune system, the best thing we can do there is selenium to help balance that. The third thing, so we've talked about inflammation, we've talked about the immune system. The third one is infections, okay? The best thing you can do that is for antibacterial, antiviral supplements and foods such as oil of oregano. Garlic is huge, grapefruit seed extract. And there's tons and tons of herbs that can naturally kill parasites, kill viruses, and kill fungal infections in your body, to help get that out of your body. And again, the last thing, a little bonus, adrenals. That can oftentimes cause Hashimotos and hypothyroid conditions. Best thing there, you gotta rest. It can take up to a year, they say, to rebuild your adrenals. Have enough sleep. Do stress reduction. Supplementation-wise, DHEA is one of the best supplements you can use. Also, ashwagandha. It's an extract, and it will actually reduce cortisol levels and stress hormones in your body. So those are the things I did that radically transformed my health, the way I feel. If I can do it, I know that you guys can do it. So recapping, again, inflammation of the gut, leaky gut, we got to address that. Secondly, balance the immune system. It's just a disease of the immune system for 90% of the people. Third, look for any underlying infections that might have triggered this disease. Lastly, balance and rebuild your adrenals. All right, thanks guys.